Today we're going to prepare an easy chicken and black bean casserole. This is one of those meals that you can fix really quickly whenever you get home from a busy day. It's nutritious, but it's also very quick and easy. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do 2 tablespoons of butter in a skillet. We're going to start that to melt. And then we'll add in 1 small onion sliced. This recipe calls for sliced onions. The good thing about onions is that they do part of the cutting for you. If you cut off the ends, cut your onion in half, and then just make simple slices. The natural rings of the onion make them for you. Now I'm going to show you a simple way to cut a tomato. You just cut down the center. Make dices across and then come back across. And you're able to get a good diced tomato. Cilantro is an herb that people have started using a lot lately. It's really easy to find cilantro in the grocery stores in the produce section. When you're dealing with cilantro, one of the things that you want to do is remove the leaves. And an easy way to do that is to work backwards from the stem. Once you've removed the leaves, using a pair of kitchen shears usually works best. You just simply take the leaves, have them in your hand, and use your kitchen shears to snip the pieces. Smells great once you start cutting. Once you get your onions in the pan with the butter, you want to saute those until they're translucent. That basically means when they're clear in color and they have a little bit of a limp texture. Once you get it to that point, then you're ready to add in your diced chicken. Always remember whenever you're cooking with vegetables and meats that you want to make sure that you have a different knife and a different cutting board. It's very important that we don't cross-contaminate when we're in the kitchen. We have our chicken breasts here. You want at least 2 chicken breasts. I'm using the chicken tenders, so about a pound will work. You just want to dice your chicken into bite-sized pieces. Again, it's very important that whenever we're dealing with raw meats of any kind, that we make sure that after we're finished with those things, we put them in the sink, get those washed up, and of course, always wash your hands before you return to touching or cooking any other products. Now that our onions are translucent, it's time to add in the meat. We're going to cook this until it's no longer pink. The proper cooking temperature for chicken is 165. And so if we were cooking whole breasts, we would definitely want to make sure that we used a meat thermometer to make sure that it had reached the proper temperature. One of the things that is going to ensure even cooking of your chicken is almost acting like it's a stir fry. By constantly stirring the chicken, we're able to make sure that it cooks evenly and that it cooks all the way through. A great thing about being able to cook meals quickly at home is that it does provide better nutrition overall for your family. When we cook at home, we eat more fruits and vegetables. We eat less sodium, and it's usually lower in fat. I always tell people when you go through the drive-thru right after work or at the end of a busy day, it's really easy to eat that food before you even get to the next stoplight. Actually, it takes 30 minutes for food to reach your stomach, send the message back to your brain that you're full. So basically, you've probably overeaten. Eating family meals, sitting down and talking as a family is a great way to not only not overeat, but to share values and feelings with your family. Kids that eat family meal times do better in school. They're less likely to engage in risky behavior. Something as simple as just sitting at the dinner table can provide that for your kids. Once our chicken is browned on all sides, it's time to start assembling the casserole. We're going to take our chicken and onions out and just place it in a simple casserole dish. Once we have our chicken and onions in the casserole, we want to spread them out. And then it's time to start adding in the other ingredients. You want to add in your diced tomatoes, and you don't want to drain those. You want to keep the juice. Then we're going to add in half of a can of black beans. If you've never worked with black beans before, it's very important that when you open it, you're going to want to drain those. There's a thick liquid that comes in the can of black beans, and it's not very appealing to eat. You pour that in a small colander, rinse it in the sink. That's going to give you the product that you would want to put in your casserole. Next, we're going to add in the green chilies. If you buy a small can of green chilies, keep in mind that that's 4 ounces. This recipe calls for 2. If you like it a little bit more spicy and you like the green chili taste, go ahead and add in the whole can. Next, we're going to add in about a tablespoon of fresh cilantro. Then a tablespoon of cumin. And then the rice. Once we have this all together, we're going to mix it a little bit. And then place it in a preheated oven at 350 degrees. And you can see it makes a very colorful, really festive product. Served with a side salad and a few corn chips, you've got a really delicious and nutritious meal. We'd like to thank Rock Creek Baptist Church for letting us use their facilities today. And remember, if you have any questions or needs, contact the Pottawatomie County Extension Office. And keep checking back. The Shawnee News Star website will continue to have food demonstrations for you and your family. And remember, eat together, eat better.